Every life is made of countless moments, yet not every moment receives your full attention. Some pass by like whispers in the wind, unnoticed and forgotten. Others catch your gaze and bloom into memories that define you. The difference between them is not the weight of the event itself, it is the spotlight of your focus. Focus is the quiet architect of reality. Think of your attention like sunlight. Sunlight does not discriminate, it shines everywhere. But where it lingers, things grow. A garden flourishes not because every seed deserves to, but because some are chosen and watered. In the same way, your inner world grows where your focus rests. When you dwell on fear, it multiplies. When you give your attention to gratitude, joy unfurls its petals. This is not theory, it is your lived experience, every single day. Imagine holding a magnifying glass under the sun. A diffuse glow becomes a sharp flame when concentrated. Focus works the same way. Scattered attention warms little. Concentrated attention can transform everything. This is why two people can live through the same circumstance, yet walk away with different stories. One notices the hardship, the other notices the lesson. Their focus creates their reality. Today we explore the extraordinary truth that your attention is not passive. It does not merely observe, it participates, it shapes, it creates. The observer effect in physics hints at this mystery. Reality does not fully settle until it is noticed. But this is not just about particles, it is about you. Your life is full of possibilities waiting for the gaze of your focus to bring them alive. So I invite you to pause and reflect. Where has your attention been living lately? On shadows or on light? On what holds you back or on what pulls you forward? Because whatever you focus on grows. And in this truth lies both a warning and a gift. A warning that fear fed daily can eclipse your joy. A gift that love, hope, and courage, when fed, can reshape your world. Number 1, focus creates your inner world. In the quantum world, scientists discovered something remarkable. Particles behave differently when they are observed. Left unmeasured, they remain in a haze of possibilities. Observed, they collapse into one reality. In simple terms, what you pay attention to becomes what you see, and what you see becomes what you live. Now translate that into your inner life. Your thoughts, emotions, and dreams are like those particles. Each day you face a field of possibilities, some filled with hope, others clouded with fear. Where your focus rests, reality takes form. If you consistently focus on your doubts, they become your truth. If you consistently focus on your strength, strength becomes the lens you live through. Picture your mind as a vast garden. Thoughts are seeds blowing in from every direction. Some are weeds of worry, some are flowers of possibility. You cannot stop every seed from landing, but you can choose which to water. That choice, that act of focus, decides the kind of garden you walk through every day. Feed resentment, and the thorns spread. Feed forgiveness, and blossoms appear where you least expect them. The truth is, your attention is the most valuable currency you own. Every scroll on your phone, every replayed conversation in your mind, every moment of quiet reflection. These are investments, and they return either peace or pain depending on where they were placed. Life is always asking, where will you spend your attention today? Begin a daily practice of intentional focus. Each morning before the noise of the world rushes in, pause. Ask yourself, what will I choose to notice today? Write it down if you can. It might be as simple as noticing kindness or as intentional as seeking opportunities. By choosing your focus before the world chooses it for you, you reclaim authorship of your day. Number 2, focus rewires the brain. Modern neuroscience reveals another wonder. The brain changes according to what it repeats. Neurons that fire together wire together. This is called neuroplasticity. Focus, when repeated, becomes a sculptor of your brain itself. Think of it this way. Every thought you dwell on carves a tiny groove in your mind. Revisit the thought often enough, and the groove becomes a path. Sin is the path of least resistance, the place your mind travels without effort. Focus builds highways in your brain. Some lead to stress, some to peace, some to resilience. The choice is yours. This is why habits of thought matter. A single anxious thought may pass like a breeze, but if you return to it daily, if you give it attention, it builds a well-worn road of worry. Soon, worry is not just a thought, it is your default state. Yet the opposite is also true. Focus on gratitude, and slowly your mind becomes wired for noticing blessings. Focus on possibility, and courage becomes your second nature. Your focus is training your brain every day. Even when you don't mean to, repetition is happening. The question is, are you training for peace or for panic? For love or for fear? Consider this. Athletes train their muscles through repetition. Musicians train their fingers through scales. In the same way, you are training your brain through what you focus on. And just as the body becomes strong where it is exercised, your inner life becomes strong where your attention is exercised. Try gratitude journaling. Each night, write down 3 things you noticed that brought you peace, joy, or meaning. At first, it may feel awkward, but over time, your brain begins to scan for gratitude automatically. You are not just writing words, you are rewiring your mind. And one day, you may wake up to find that joy has become your default groove. Number 3, shared focus builds. Shared reality focus is not only personal, it is collective. Entire cultures are shaped by what people choose to pay attention to together. Think of news cycles, social media trends, or even shared celebrations. Where collective focus goes, society flows. If a community consistently dwells on fear, fear becomes its climate. If it chooses stories of division, division takes root. But if a community shares focus on hope, on resilience, on possibility, then those values rise and spread like wildfire. Human beings are wired to amplify when others amplify. We are mirrors for one another. Look at your own life. The people around you shape what you notice. Spend time with those who always complain, and soon you see only problems. Spend time with those who seek beauty, and suddenly beauty appears everywhere. Focus is contagious. You are not only shaping your own inner world, you are participating in shaping the world around you. This means your attention is not small. When you choose to focus on kindness in a conversation, you plant a seed in another person. When you focus on solutions instead of blame, you shift the direction of a team. When enough people choose light, darkness begins to thin. The ripple effect of shared focus is immense. Be intentional about the communities and media you allow into your field of attention. Curate your inputs. Follow voices that elevate rather than drain. Choose conversations that expand rather than shrink. You are not only protecting your mind, you are contributing to the collective focus that shapes culture. In small, consistent ways, you are shaping the future. Focus is not passive, it is the most active force in your life. It creates your inner world, rewires your brain, and contributes to shaping culture itself. To treat it as casual is to underestimate your own power. To treat it as sacred is to step into your true role as co-creator of reality. Your focus is your steering wheel, your compass, your brush. With it, you paint each day, and while you cannot control every storm, you can choose where your gaze rests. Even in chaos, you can choose to notice a glimmer of light. Even in grief, you can choose to notice the thread of love that remains. And in choosing, you are creating. Noticing is never trivial, it is always an act of creation. So remember this, you are not a passive observer of life. You are an active participant. Attention is your power. Do not waste it on shadows. Place it like sunlight on the things you want to grow, and watch how your reality bends toward the light you choose. If your focus is the brush that paints your reality, what picture will you choose to create today? Will you paint a world of fear, rehearsed again and again until it feels inevitable? Or will you paint a world of courage, possibility, and love, even if it begins as just a single brushstroke? The canvas is before you. The colors are infinite. Your attention decides which ones will come alive. Every glance, every thought, every choice of focus is a stroke on that canvas. And over time, those strokes form the masterpiece called your life. So pause right here, right now. Ask yourself quietly, what will I grow with my focus? And whatever answer rises, let that be the place where your sunlight falls.